What am I doing with this? Against my better judgment, I went through the effort of installing BlueStacks, installing this game. I don't know, this is just a curiosity that I felt needed to be satisfied. God, I even pulled up a background and everything. This is from the homepage of serenusforest.net. It's a very popular Fire Emblem fan site that I used to go to quite a lot, and then they started talking about Fire Emblem Heroes nonstop. I mean, it's not their fault, that's all that the Fire Emblem team seems to care about these days. I have so many mixed emotions when it comes to this thing. I'm also doing a test screen share on Discord right now. If anyone happens to show up, they're welcome to come and comment. However, I have a bad feeling that, like, it's not capturing correctly. I saw the BlueStacks overlay, like, flickering in the preview, so I'm gonna let the opening movie here play, and we'll see what happens. It's displaying well enough. If there's any, like, visual glitches, then people can tell me about it later. Is this even going to be, like, the original opening movie, or is this going to be, like, the latest thing? With all the characters that I don't know anything about. I only kept up with the series through book 3, I think. And then they went into, like, the fairy realm, and I was just like, okay, I'm done. You guys have drifted too far. I don't know where the hell you're going with this anymore. Ugh. Summoner with gun. It was always a silly idea. But they had to come up with something to justify the existence of this game. The bane of my existence. No matter where you go, you cannot escape Camilla. Nor can you escape Fire Emblem Awakening and Fire Emblem Fates. Like, my god, they were everywhere when this game came out. The additions from Three Houses were a breath of fresh air, but, ugh. Like, I came into this game because I wanted to see, you know, faces from all across the entire series history. I think that's what a lot of people came here for, and they got around to it eventually, but... my name is Bacchus, the god of addictions and hedonism. Did it work? It didn't work. Bacchus. Sorry, that name is already in use. We only allow you 12 letters, but you gotta make them unique. Anna. Maybe you can get me through these trying times. I've seen this dialogue papered over in so many forms. There's so many fucking gacha games. It's just meaningless fluff to me now. And these faces, always the same fucking faces, always the same anime girls saying the same things to me. They look like a thee and thou type. I'm gonna try to give this a fair shake after revisiting it after all these years. It's been a very long time since I played this. It's been even longer since I've seen this introductory stuff. Well, at least they don't waste much time getting into the, you know, game.
Now, let's...
Sorry, I didn't give you time to finish. Actually, I have a controller. Can I use it?
Attack.
Let's see. Doesn't look like I can. Oh, hang on a minute. I got something. I can control the mouse. Oh yeah, do I want the mouse to be visible?
Yes.
Maybe I do. Oh, this does not feel good.
Let's go.
This is a little better. I started off pressing and holding the stick, which, for precision movement, is not, like, good in the slightest. So, can I, like... Okay, you're commanding me to drag and drop. I guess I have no choice. I'm gonna have a lot of settings that will need tweaking. Also, my mouse can escape the boundary of BlueStack's window here. Also, I'm pretty sure this is going to be, like, substantially easier than it was when I first played the game, because back in the day, like, Team Asker here, Anna, Alphonse, and Sharina, they all started at, like, 2-star rarity with, like, ridiculously low stats. So already I'm sensing a huge, huge difference. I get the feeling that they didn't rebalance the tutorials to compensate for this, so things are just going to be, like, ridiculously easy starting out here. Yeah, this whole backstory with the two kingdoms and their ability to open gates and close them never resonated all that strongly with me. Is there anything I can do to prevent the mouse from escaping? Hold on a minute. Gamepad. Not a lot of options. Not a lot of options. Maybe there's like a sub-menu I can tweak? APK, trim memory, sync operations, open macro manager. Sorry, macro manager. Yeah, show me the Fuck, the window changed. That's not good. That is not good at all. Okay, ignore that. I'll just deal with what I have. Ah, man, I guess their obsession with cryptic Norse names goes back all the way to the beginning. I mean, it goes back further than that. Fire Emblem has been kind of obsessed with Norse mythology ever since, at the very least, the Jugdral era. When they started bringing in all these legendary heroes and weapons named after Nordic mythological figures. At least they aren't using an expanded character set. Alright, really? We're doing another one of these? Oh, do we just start with Takumi? I think back in the day it was Varian or something. Yeah, Takumi's kind of a big deal. Well,
space between you and your foe.
Who am I kidding? He used to be a big deal. This game has gone through so much rebalancing over the years. Back in the day, Takumi with close counter was considered a game breaker.
Let's go.
Can I really not just, like,
On it.
tap a thing here and then, like, click on another space? No, I gotta do it this way.
Let's go.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna have to remember to move the... You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and hide the mouse. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about moving it out of the way for the attack animations. Well, it's a decent tutorial, I suppose, getting you used to the idea of different styles of combat. Probably the next one is going to be all about all your different colors. Very, very smart to use, you know, same color matchups and colorless matchups for the time being. Man, this isn't even necessary. You can kill him in one hit regardless. Yeah, they definitely didn't balance things around this. Kind of sad to see that Takumi is still, like, really, really slow. Yeah, Takumi's gonna have absolutely no presence in the scenario here, is he? I guess that's to be expected, because, you know, you can have an army consisting of characters from who knows where. Who knows how big of a variety you'll get. I personally want to stick to characters from the first 10 games, but, oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh, who the hell are you? Oh my god. Why did you wait until now? I thought I was ready. Okay, I guess we're gonna be waiting a little bit. Who the fuck is this? Fafnir. I should have gone with a Nordic name. She looks like a reject from the Shin Megami Tensei crossover game. Is that even a crossover? I never understood what the fucking deal was with, shit, I can't even remember what it's called. I'm gonna have to look this up. Tokyo Mirage Sessions, that's what it was called. So whether it was a crossover event or not is beyond me, because I don't know a damn thing about Shin Megami Tensei. It is explicitly listed as a crossover project, but I wonder how well it sold. Oh jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez, I didn't mean to make everything minimize. Well, I guess we're gonna be here for a while. Fucking Christ, game, why did you not let me download everything up front? Is there some kind of risk that players will drop out before finishing the tutorial?
Maybe this way. I'll protect you.
Shall we?
Yes.
I believe in you.
Boy, it took a while to get to a character I recognize. You look different. This must be one of the latest special incarnations of these characters, which I personally hope to never see. The original iterations of these characters are just fine with me.
Greetings.
You have an entire background image as part of your official artwork. Why?
Reporting for duty.
Yeah, the clash in art styles was noticeable from the beginning, but this is something else.
My orders?
I'm making little gestures. Fucking hell, I thought you were Lynn. You're telling me this ain't Lynn? She looks exactly the fucking same. The only clue that this is Irika from Sacred Stones is because of the, like, pushed color on the shading in her hair. That was something that the artist for Sacred Stones did a lot, and I really like that style. I like that visual style. I wish they brought him back. I'm not sure if this Wada Sachiko person is the same. Well, since we're waiting for an eternity anyway, I may as well look it up. Who was the, like, the promotional artwork artist for Sacred Stones? This is particularly of interest to me because I'm going to be live streaming that game soon. Game credits for Sacred Stones. Main design... Yeah, Sachiko Wada. So yeah, same artist. Spot on. Let me see if I can find any more official artwork from Sacred Stones so you guys can get an idea of what I'm talking about here. What? I was about to say, why does Serenus Forest first bring up a list of Path of Radiance images? Oh, right, because there was like a Game Boy Advance link connection that you could make. Actually, this might not be a very good idea because this is downloading so much. Thank God I'm not streaming this live, by the way. Because there would be no connection here going on. This might have been a mistake. This might have been a mistake. I got one picture. And it's why don't you just like crop automatically? I don't get it. Yeah, I'm gonna try to zoom in as well as I can. This is kind of a low-res picture, but even here you can kind of tell what I'm talking about here. The shading on Mer's wings. She is a flagrantly, like, yellow dragon. But you got that color range going all the way from yellow to brown to blue to green. It's pretty impressive. I really like this art style. I still don't know how I feel about Irika here, though. Looking like a carbon copy of Lynn from the previous game.
I'll return soon.
Ooh, your face is a little crooked.
I do not object.
And you, I do not like one bit. A bovine laguz is something I never wanted to have to think about. I don't know what it is, like lions, tigers, cats. Okay, let's just stick with lions and tigers. Crows, hawks, dragons. Those are all really cool things to transform into. Cows?
Lord, ask her guide us.
I was hoping she would do like a transformation animation, but and the way that she's holding her tail like playfully like that, I don't know. It's unnerving to me.
I won't lose.
Here's a familiar face. If I remember correctly, this guy's like something you can get for free? I don't remember what all the freebies are. Probably best if I don't think about that too much. I do not want to have any expectations on what I can and cannot use. There are some images from the Fire Emblem 20th Anniversary Encyclopedia that have been scanned and put onto Cerna's Forest here, but again, because of this whole download session happening here, I can't really pull them up very quickly. I got this. Very... Oh, do I have this? It's not showing up. Oh, there it is. Yeah, that's a lesser NPC from Sacred Stones, who gets like one scene where he can talk throughout the entire game. So, super duper not important, but I wanted to have a look at him anyway. I have a feeling that the artist knew who was going to be important and who was not, and for the unimportant characters, he just kind of gave them a robe from the waist down. I'm pretty sure the king that dies in the very beginning, Fedo, has a similar situation going on, but I don't see a picture of him anywhere. I got one thing here, but I'm not sure how much of it will be visible. God, even Emperor Vigard, like the main antagonist of that game, has a really, really drab design from the waist down. Yeah, here we go, here we go. Yeah, look at him, it's just a plain-ass robe from the waist down. He's got those pauldrons, but, like, we've seen those before. Those could have been just copy and pasted from any old, Genealogy of the Holy War character. I mean, at least it's something. And you could argue that, like, the cloak kind of wraps around and obscures most of its design, but... Yeah, I think that they knew exactly what they were doing. These are unimportant characters that don't need to be given that much screen time. Minus the Emperor, I guess, but And then we got King Fedo. Who, did he make it into this game? No, that's Ephraim. Ephraim, like, stole his dad's armor and brought a giant axe into the game of Fire Emblem Heroes. Yeah, there he is. Let's see if I can identify more of that pushed color going on in here. I can definitely see it on his legs, where some of the red from the cloak kind of bleeds in, and then the shadow under his armor is tinted a bit more blue. And then even in his hair, like, you got those streaks of yellow going through with what is otherwise a plain blue-haired character. Yeah, even with boring plain characters like this, the artist does a really good job with it. Let's look at a character who does not appear in this game. Well, I guess that's all I've been looking at, but let's take a look at, oh. Blocked. I've been blocked? Let's try that again. Don't know what happened there, but yeah, we got, Garcia. Presumably son of another warrior named Garcia. I don't know that for a fact. I'm just spitting nonsense. Yeah, even in him, he's got probably the most plain outfit out of them all. But those plain-ass, like, pants that he's got, you see streaks of green on them, you see a flash of red behind him. Don't know where that's coming from, but it certainly helps to make it look a bit more... You know, it helps it pop out a little bit more. I don't know what's going on in the background there, but I don't especially care. Let's just ignore these. I don't plan on using any of these. Alright, let's go through the obligatory tutorial thing. Uh-huh. Yeah, whatever. Man, back in the day, 30-odd orbs seemed like a big deal. Oh yeah, so let's take a look at who we start with. Because it's kind of an eclectic collection that you might not necessarily expect. Let's see. Yeah, you start with a full roster of 5. Even though you only bring 4 into a battle. And they all start at 4-star. That's a big difference. Back in my day, we had to claw our way up all the way from 2-star. And even 1-star, depending on the situation. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to use the mouse more. Yeah, don't need 2 archers. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure Takumi wasn't here before. So this is who you originally started with in that tutorial chapter. What does he even get for skills? Well, this was not in the game previously. Give you a little bit of an edge if you happen to be at full top-of-the-line health. Yeah, the Defiant skills have never been useful. Not even in their debut games. Like, they tried it as, like, a high-level skill in Fire Emblem Three Houses, and it was just like, who fucking cares? Why would I pick, like, I don't know, 10... plus 10 to a stat when I'm about to die, as opposed to getting plus 6 to a stat just for initiating combat? Like, the skill distribution in Three Houses was completely out of whack. Also, this guy... never used him in his home game, probably not about to use him now. So, I suppose that... Ugh. No. No, thank you. Alright, let's get right into doing a few... Why is... Oh, that's Sharina. I thought that was, like, Takumi showing his ugly mug. I'm sorry, I don't need to be dumping on Takumi. He's a good character. Yeah, let's just do a chapter here with our basic crew here. At the very least, we should be unlocking Alphonse and Sharina. In another situation, I might be, like, trying to voice act the characters here and going along with the story, but I just do not care. World of Mystery. That's right, they kind of shoehorn in the fact that you're fighting these characters from existing Fire Emblem games. They don't really have any personalities when you fight them, with a few exceptions. I don't think he's here right now, but Xander from Awakening... Sorry, Faiths. He's a good exception. Yep. Oh, so Alphonse will not be joining us just yet. I feel like we're supposed to have him.
Yes?
At this stage, but hey, I got 3 ranged units.
Fine.
Let's see how well that works.
Let's go. And now?
I'll see if I can make use of Matthew. He's not all that good, to be quite frank, but I like him. Especially in his home game. Maybe I'll find a use for him yet. I mean, if my selection is extremely limited, like I'm, you know, kind of making it out to be right now. Oh yeah, this used to be way more challenging. And now it's just like, hey, you start off with a silver bow, go and kill things. Oh, this is gonna take some getting used to. Oh, I didn't even launch an attack successfully. No matter. These sparklies are gonna get annoying quick, aren't they? Hey, it's Bruno! I think that's his name. For the longest time, he's referred to as question marks. He's like one of the only interesting characters in this story. Veronica was pretty interesting too. They really didn't use her nearly enough. She should have been like a main, if not antagonist, then at the very least like a rival from one story to the next. But no, they just kept mashing that reset button, starting over with a whole new like ally and antagonist every single book. I guess you don't rake in the big bucks by building on established characters, huh? Yes, there... Alright, I gotta know. When the fuck do I get Alphonse? And... Oh, there he is! Now let's, I definitely do not need this many ranged peoples, so... Ray is going to take a backseat for now.
Let's settle this.
And then I'll swap out Matthew or Takumi once I get, what's her name? Sharina. Honestly, Takumi's not all that special until he gets his signature bow. Which... God, what does it even do? It, like, gives him better terrain movement? That's really not all that significant. I can't believe Takumi used to be a big deal in this game. Hector, on the other hand. Hector was a force to be reckoned with all the way from day one. And some would argue that he still is. Never underestimate an armored unit who can subvert the usual rules of speed. Now, see, this kinda works because Minerva was in a similar situation in her home game. And also, did she used to look like this? It's been a while, and I don't think I ever unlocked, or rather, I never gambled correctly enough to get Minerva on my team. So I just don't remember what she looked like. If this is alternate art, then... I don't know. Sure would be nice if I could unlock one of you just for winning this battle. Oh no, they all start with iron weapons. This is gonna be, like, humiliating for them.
Alright. Yes?
Yes?
Well, at least turns go by relatively quickly.
Flyers are weak to arrows.
I didn't realize you had a recorded line specifically for that, Alphonse. Maria here cannot even attack properly.
Onward!
As you will.
Let's get you guys in
Yes.
position.
Yes?
I know I'm supposed to be using Takumi, but... You know what, I guess that is one reason why I might want to keep using him over Matthew,
And now?
is for the effective damage against flyers. But let's be real here, it's gonna be like half an hour at least before I need to do even a remote amount of strategizing.
Yes?
Because they're just making this way too easy for me. It's like, when do we get to the ride? This is the ride!
Yes?
I feel like I should just win by default in this kind of situation. Hero's not going to do anything to me, but you know what? I'm not going to complain because, you know, free EXP. I used to abuse the hell out of this when I played, like, Radiant Dawn, for example. And yeah, that's pretty much the ebb and flow of these chapters. A character from the past games shows up, says like 2 lines, and then they're gone. What are those stones again? Ugh, too much. Too fucking much. I wanted to see what the stones were. Oh yeah, we have Sharina in our mix now. Gosh, I haven't even gotten a single level up with Matthew yet. That could be a problem, but for now, yeah, let's focus on this. I got a feeling that we're not going to need to worry about flyers again for a while. There is a map preview option that I'm not paying attention to. You know what? Now I remember. It took me a while to warm up to Veronica. Starting out, she's just so bland in her villainy. God damn, she talks like freaking Ashley from WarioWare, which is a character I've never understood the popularity of. Is it just because she's a cute witch? Like, is that all there is to it? That's not a character. That's just a visual appeal kind of thing. I wonder, am I gonna be expected to... Okay, never mind. I was almost thinking that at some point we would be thrown into a quote-unquote impossible-to-win situation.
My turn. Yes?
Shall we?
With a seemingly invincible enemy, which I would have absolutely no... yes, thank you. That I would have no chance against
Let's go.
normally.
Yes.
But here, you know, everyone's like buffed to hell and back. Oh hey, they can do it too. Oh! Nice move. I did not expect them to be using strategy this early.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's try that again. Very nice, and Anna is just going to have, like, nothing to do.
As you will.
I'll tell you what, though, if I ever get to the point where it feels like I need to grind for levels or something, I'm going to stop. And by that I mean, like, stop recording. Like, I might continue playing with this, I don't know. This is something I will need to figure out on my own.
Onward.
Yes.
Whether or not to persist with this game. There we go. Dagger effects, always helpful. They're even better when they have a spread effect, even though it has, like, no logical... Like, it should not work. It absolutely should not work the way that daggers work in this game. You hit one enemy with it, and suddenly the entire enemy, like, team is crippled.
Alright.
At least it makes a little bit of sense with the staffs, because those are magic, but daggers, ugh.
My turn.
Completely illogical. So, a question I want to have answered pretty soon is, what units am I going to have access to if I do not summon at all? And limited time events do not count. I know that there's a rotating pool of characters that you can get for just beating them. For example, Sophia from the 6th game is in that pool. I kind of wanted to get her in my team. Oh, okay. Ugh. These fucking gacha games just overwhelm you at every turn. Now, let's see here. Anything that says days left, I'm gonna ignore. So, let's see here. Ah, yes, Reese, that's another option that you have. And then the Grand Hero battles, those are on a constant rotation. And they're usually very difficult, but you do, I think, get free units if you win. Yeah. So, for example, Lloyd here, who is not looking at his finest in this art here. Ugh. What did they do to my boy here? But yeah, everything else with these limited time things on there. What the fuck are you? This is a character from Queen's Blade. I know technically she isn't, but fuck. Character designs. Sheesh, what happened to them? No, sir, I don't want to engage with that one bit. Also, this is the newest, hip happening thing. Which you do not ever get a copy of the hero for. Those instances that I showed at the very beginning, those are... that's it. It's all you get in terms of freebies. Let's see, any other options available to me? There's the training tower, which I think is just a daily thing you can do. Oh wait, this is literally just, fight and gain EXP. This is where you go to grind. And then events, I'm probably going to ignore altogether. Because look at this, look at all these things that have ended. I'm sure that's not even the full list. Yeah, good luck if you thought one of these modes was fun and you want to do it again. It's just not available anymore. Aether Keeps, not interested, not going there. Coliseum, that's PvP, not interested. Fuck no. Yeah, let's turn off those notifications real quick. Auto favorite, not necessary. Oh yeah, let me fucking Christ, let me do this. That's like a default feature in Fire Emblem games. Danger area, yeah, sure. Double tap to wait? I guess. Animation. Color display, yes. Why are these not on by default? Phalanx? Don't know what that's all about. No notifications, please. Nope. Oh my god, there's so many of these! Also, I might turn this off later, because there's only one piece of music that's used for the enemy phase. I think. I could be wrong, but it does get old pretty quick. Yeah, what the hell are those things? Where can I see, like, my inventory? In here? No. Equipment? Accessories? I forgot that was a thing. Ascend traits, that's a feature that people were begging for. Do I see it in... No, wait, there it was in the miscellaneous section. why the fuck is it in the miscellaneous section? Alright, so what is this? Used in Aetherites. Alright, well I can safely ignore that. And of course, this is where we want to steer clear. I want, like, a pure, untarnished experience that's not tainted with these freebies, although I am curious what there are. You know, they say limited offer, so that probably means that it's, like, a temporary thing that's on sale. So... yeah. Oh, actually, I might want these. Yeah, a quick EXP booster is much appreciated. If I'm not going to be summoning, this is just free EXP. There we go, there we go, there we go. And there we go. Probably don't need to worry about expanding the barracks. Celestial stones. What the hell are these? I've never seen these before. Huh. So that's something you can get as like a pity prize for doing a whole bunch of summons. These coins. What the hell are these things for? Oh yeah, forging weapons. Forgot about that. Yep. No refunds on those orbs. You can also get these for the... whatever this game mode is that lets you use the Forma units. These are pretty valuable. Being able to tweak the stats of the units that you summon. Although... I don't think I'm going to need to worry about that either, because all these, because they, you know, they're fixed acquisitions, so, you know, their stats will be completely neutral. There's no assets, no flaws, no switch-ups at all. Alright, for the sake of having at least a little bit more variety, I'm going to go ahead and get Reese into my party.
Let's go.
Oh, dang, that... I didn't realize that the danger zone would be, like, omnipresent. Do I want that? That seems a little bit obnoxious. Well, let's see what happens, I suppose.
Let's go. Alright.
Yeah, let's wait just a little bit before charging in.
Shall we?
Or, better yet,
Onward.
I can just have Anna tank the hit, and then have Matthew clean up. Although, Reese is probably going to heal that knight back up.
May my healing help.
Not all the way, but it's still a pretty big number. God, can you imagine if I played this on, like, permadeath or Nuzlocke rules? Where it's like, once a unit dies, they're gone forever. I'm surprised they didn't try to incorporate that at all, like, even as an optional thing. Alright, I don't know if this is going to be safe territory. It is not safe territory, not in the slightest. I need Alphonse over here. Alright, well, thanks, Anna. You tried your best, but...
Yes.
yeah, you cannot do it.
Yes.
What I need to do is, like, rush over and take out, Reese there.
Here to do what I can. Alright.
Tempting, but I don't wanna just throw Anna away for no reason.
Yes.
So what we are going to do is try to inflict a debuff, and see if Alphonse can clean up.
As you will.
Yep, there we go. This game still has a special place in my heart, specifically because of the way they handle special moves like that, where they operate off of a cooldown. you know, and that is charged by taking and receiving damage, or just trading blows in general. Like I wanna build on that. I wanna see that come back in another game. Maybe not Fire Emblem necessarily, but like it's something that I want to put into like my game.
Let's go.
Who needs the EXP? Sharina, probably Matthew
Shall
for
we?
anyone.
All right.
Boss music is playing.
And now?
So everyone else joined at 4-star rarity. What is this character going to join as? 1-star or 2-star? One star. This is the only way to get 1-star heroes. Alright, well, we now finally have a healer. I'm probably not going to use him. I would much rather have the extra offensive power, like 9 times out of 10. Healers do eventually become worth using once you get their staffs up to optimal power. I'm gonna go through this real quick so I can get all these like animations out of the way. And just gonna oh geez. I clicked out of the window, and that apparently means that the controller stops working. Okay. This is gonna take some getting used to. There's also these. I don't think you get any heroes from doing these. They give you orbs, I suppose, but, heroic ordeals. I forgot about this. Oh, right. You get, these are like individual challenge maps tailored to each individual character. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do one of these. Yeah, because they all start at a pretty high level, so... And that's a neat thing that they added. Special challenges catered to each hero, and you have to bring that hero in. So that gives you an incentive to level everyone up, so you can take on these challenges. Tactics drills. Alright, these are like, puzzles. Yeah, let's try one of these real quick.
Let's go.
So, funny thing about these maps is that they actually start with a... Like, they're all, like, micro maps. They have 2 rows less than every other map in the game, in order to display the tip at the bottom. So,
Yes.
we're expected to take advantage of the Night Sky ability here. I can knock this guy out pretty readily.
Let's go.
Ah, who am I kidding? These are the very first puzzles that you can possibly attempt. They're not gonna make it to where you're gonna have a hard time with it. Yeah, this is just to teach you, hey, you can deal a lot of extra damage in one burst if you use a skill.
We will triumph.
Alright, pretty cool. These start out okay enough, but eventually they get absolutely bonkers. The Grandmaster ones. Yeah, they're just absolutely insane. Like, if you don't do the exact right sequence of moves from turn to turn, and some of them go on for a long time, then it's just completely impossible. Mostly because of the fucking time limit.
I'll open the way.
God, I hate the time limit on these puzzles.
Yes.
Do I need to... Nah, just
Let's go.
attack the correct enemy, win in 1 round. That's all you need to do.
Yes.
I will be skipping some of these animations. You can just tap to skip. It's easy.
Onward. Onward.
Let's go.
Oh. Select the correct unit and attack. That's the puzzle. Yeah, let's just burn through these really quick.
Let's settle this. this.
for the sake of getting him done.
Yes.
This one, just free the trapped ranged unit and then use him to attack.
Yes.
That's all there is to it. Ugh, I don't mean to do this.
Shall we?
Okay, so
Alright.
we got 5 turns. Isn't Takumi gonna die if any of them reach him? Or are they just gonna come at me one at a time? There's no reason for me to go after one over the other, right? So yeah, that's a big difference with these early puzzles, is that it is in fact possible. There's like more than one viable turn-to-turn solution. And that's like completely unthinkable.
We will try.
In the Grandmaster Trials, in that exact same situation, it would have made a humongous difference
Of course.
which dragon I attack. This is telling me that magic sometimes deals more damage than physical attacks. Boppity boopy, blah blah blah. Hey, there's an animation for Foul Flame that we're Foul Flame that we're not gonna see for a long, long time. Yeah, at the very least, I can rely on the Grand Hero Battle units for the, you know, trying to do this game without summoning.
As you will.
This, I suppose, is teaching you that Dragonstones do magic damage and flyers are not very effective. Magic not very effective against flyers, I mean to say. So, use a Manakite like Tiki against a big armor dude like this. You know, I said I wasn't gonna do any summoning, but if there's any, like, permanent freebies, then I might want to break that stipulation and go for this. But if I see these words anywhere, ends in blank days, then I discount it immediately. Ends in blank days, ends in days, ends in days. Well, that's a weekly rotation, but still. Ugh. Was not a fan of this particular event when I saw that it was revealed. Ends in days, ends in days, ends in days. Okay, so there are these 2 freebies? Hang on a minute. I could have sworn there was another one. Huh. There's no way this doesn't have an expiration date. Because I know there used to be more. Yeah, what is it? This is the result of the... what do you call it? Choose Your Legends event or something? That voting gauntlet? Not a voting gauntlet, that's actually a very specific event in this game. But, yeah, people voted on who they wanted to see, and as a result, you get to pick one and use it for free. Yeah, what the hell is this? Oh, you just get Lyn for free. No, you don't! No, you don't! That's a $4 thing you gotta buy. Okay, never mind this then. And fuck the Fey Pass. Yeah, I'm tempted to disregard these because I know that there used to be others, and they have been removed. So despite the fact that there is no time limit listed here, there is a time limit. So, no. I'm disregarding all that. Now, if I get something as like a quest reward, that's different. So, as you can see, this thing is, like, pestering me about all these things that I can do. Summon a hero. Oops, well, I guess I'm not going to get this after all. Too bad, so sad.
Shall we?
I don't care if the first hit's free. I'm not gonna start. I'm not gonna get addicted again. This has to stay contained in its own little bottle, or else it will just spiral out of control. These fucking contracts. It didn't make any more sense back in the day, back when, back when we had, what was that thing that they had in Awakening, where you could download DLC and go to, like, remakes of old Fire Emblem maps? I forget what it's called, but yeah, that.
Let's go.
Also, I felt my
turn.
mouse drifting for a little bit there. Don't know what that was about.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah, all these dudes are showing up at, like, bottom of the barrel rarity and, like, level 1. This isn't engaging. I will probably cut this off pretty soon. I should have gone with Matthew instead. Because eventually this is just going to boil down to, like, grinding through the stories. Grinding for EXP for the new hires. And to a lesser extent, getting all the free units. Like, one a day. For now, this is basically all there is to it. And yeah, I'm thinking I'm gonna cut it off after just 1 hour instead of 2. So let's just go ahead and get through the rest of this chapter, and we'll be done.
Here I go.
I might use some of those crystals to level up Reese really quick. Just because it's going to be... He's like, I hate to say it, but a bit of an embarrassment to my team right now. Because he, God, he's so underleveled. I can't do anything with him. And this game does not favor defensive playstyles one bit. You are expected to go out and kill, like, as quick as possible. If you're not killing on the offensive, then you have to have a strategy for killing on the counterattack. And honestly, that's kind of what the meta is being able to kill on counter. You know, do everything you can to either subvert the regular rules of combat, or just survive and tank hits, and then come back with a superpowered special move or whatever.
Onward. My turn.
All right.
Let's go.
Sharina can have it. You know, this core trio here, Alphonse, Sharina, Anna, they're fine. I thought that the protagonists of Fire Emblem Warriors were much more dull. But these, you know, they're fine, they're bland but inoffensive. Let's be frank, that's what Marth used to be. So, it's not that much of a far cry. Gonna have to wait on this one.
Yes.
All of these maps, by the way, are direct shoutouts to existing maps from series history. So this, like, Edge of the Desert, that was canonically where you first met some of these wizard characters in the first Fire Emblem.
Let's go.
I almost feel bad about this. It feels so wrong to be, like, cleaning house like this, when I know from experience this used to be so much harder. Well, it wasn't necessarily hard, it just took more time. The strategies would be exactly the same. It would just be a matter of, oh, do you have enough points? Do you have enough levels?
Let's go.
Yes.
Are you at the appropriate rarity? You know, stuff like
My
that.
turn.
And now?
think I can make it through the rest of this chapter without having to, like, learn any new skills on any of these characters.
I'll open the way.
But after I finish with it, I will see what they can learn. It's probably not going to be much, let's be honest.
Alright.
Let's go.
Yep, prepared to tank an attack here.
Yes.
Keep moving forward. There's one map in particular that I distinctly remember having some actual trouble with when I first started this game. And when I get back to it, it's probably just going to end up being like, what the hell is my problem? I'll tell you what my problem is. I played the game too soon,
Yes.
and there wasn't nearly enough quality of life features. One of these two, Cain and Abel, one of these two, I actually ended up using a fair amount when I played this back in the day. I also seem to remember Seth being one of the first cavalry units that I really depended on, despite the fact that his ruby sword was kind of garbage. Yeah, the gem weapons, they just exaggerate the effects of the weapon triangle, and they're generally, you know, weak as is.
Yes.
So,
As you will.
ugh.
Let's go.
Yeah, not that fun to use.
And now? Alright.
Onward.
I could try and spare a, God, I could just select Auto Battle. I could just select Auto Battle and watch like a season of The Simpsons while I do this.
This one's on the house.
Make it so effortless. So yeah, that's why I'm gonna cut off the stream early. Is because, well, stream. For anyone that's watching this archive, this is gonna be a straight video because I just didn't want to have this go live. I don't know. The outside world must not know that I am playing this game. They must not know of my secret addiction. I think it's this map that caused me trouble back in the day, actually. Yeah, wait, well, maybe. I don't know, something about this combination of Merrick and Gordon, like, really messed with me. Maybe it only gets harder on higher difficulties? Because Merrick, like, does he have the Raven Tome ability? I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, tanking 2 ranged attacks at the same time is a bit harsh. Which I don't know if that's what's about to happen here, but let's find out.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Actually, better idea. Why don't we just, like, bait him out with 1 unit? But if I kill them, then I have to endure 2 attacks. In a more nuanced Fire Emblem game, that might be enough to get me killed. And yeah, I guess I'm sticking with Matthew rather than Takumi. I don't know, I feel like Matthew will pay off in the long run. I see a lot of die-hard fans for Matthew Online that just, like, they never upgrade his rarity. They keep him permanently,
Yes.
like, at level 40, but at the lowest rank.
Yes.
I don't really understand it, but more power to him, I suppose. They post videos of these, like, low-level challenges. Yeah, whatever floats your boat, I suppose.
My turn.
Oops.
Let's go.
Did not mean to do that. Yeah, I want Shrina to get the kill here.
And now?
Even though Matthew could do it just fine, what the hell? What's even the point of having the different ranks of weapons? You have iron, steel, silver, and you never see any of them. Because by default, you summon these guys at, like, 4-star rarity. I guess 3 stars is still a thing, but, like, doesn't that still start you off by default with steel weapons? It's almost like iron is now exclusive to CPU characters when you're just starting. We've saved their world. I'm not gonna think too hard about how that happened. I want to see Xander again. Yeah, she's too, like, catty for my tastes. At least starting out. Like, eventually she gets knocked down a peg and becomes a bit more reasonable. And that's, I think, when she started to resonate with me a little bit more. I'll tell you one thing, though. That headpiece is completely ridiculous, no matter how you look at it. Alright, there's a chapter done. I unlocked something called Squad Assault. I forgot what that is. Oh, right, that's where you do every chapter in a row. Yeah, that's hard. That is very hard. And you only get a certain number of teams that you can bring. Teams 5, battles 5. So in order to even stand a chance here, I would need like a minimum of 25 heroes. And I would need to organize them very, very carefully. Well, anyway, let's take a look at what we can do here. Let's try learning some skills. And of course, all the best skills are locked to the highest rank rarity. And some of these I don't even think are worth using unless you have the highest rank available. So Vantage, it's not really going to come in handy all that much until it's at rank 3. And of course, back in my day, back in the days of, like, Fire Emblem Path of Radiance, like, it just always worked. And even then, I didn't use it all that much. So, like, why is it so obstinate to use nowadays? I don't know. But the Spur and, like, Fortify skills, those are always useful. Is that what they're called? Fortify? Yeah. These are always available as a quick and easy stat boost that you can use. And the difference is, are you adjacent to a partner? If so, it'll either activate on the fly, or it'll activate at the start of the turn, and kind of just persist. May as well go for rank 2. Also, there is a skill inheritance system, if you've never played this before, whereby you can, like, feed one hero into another, and they'll receive a certain number of skills. Oh, Death Blow. Death Blow, always useful. Just free points when you initiate attack. The stance skills are arguably even more useful, because they always proc on, a counterattack. But they're pretty rare, hard to get a hold of. Yeah, if you're following any, like, free guides that teach you how to do the hard maps without having to summon anything, then these Spur skills and Fortify skills are absolutely essential to master. Poison Strike, that'll be useful. I mean, maybe. It fits the niche of a dagger user like Matthew. So I'll go ahead and teach it to him. Ray, I'm probably going to retire Ray, because I generally prefer Sophia anyway. It's like, what even is his niche? The wolf skills, cavalry effectiveness, not all that useful. And then, like, extra HP, seal resistance, those are, like, so ridiculously useless. What about... Varian doesn't even... Right, I never used him once. How silly of me. But yeah, the seal abilities are just generally not worth it. There's an alternate ability called, like, Stat Smoke, Attack Smoke, Speed Smoke, etc., that inflict an area of effect debuff, and those are useful. Like, when you initiate combat in this game, like I said before, you want to land a kill. So, expecting your foe to survive is a bad strategy out the gate. And then debuffing their skills, or, like, using poison, like I put on Matthew, whatever. It's not like he's got anything better to use. Yeah, what else was I gonna say? So yeah, debuffs that spread to adjacent enemies after you're finished with the one that you just finished attacking. Those are worth their weight in gold. Unlock potential. I could do that as soon as I get some of these items, but I think you also need to raise a character's level, don't you? Maybe not. But yeah, that's what you need to do to raise rarity, and therefore stats. And it takes a whopping 20,000 of these feather items in order to get a unit from 4-star to 5-star. But it's worth it. That's the only way that they're going to get their best weapons. Blessing. Not worth using right now. Merging, that's where if you have duplicates, you can fuse them together to increase their stats. Gain points to learn skills, dragon flowers. I don't think I'm going to end up having enough to mess with them, so whatever. And then just leveling up, you use the crystals for that. And I think there's a tool that you can use to just automatically max out your crystals, because it's like one of the only numbers that's not stored on the public server. So what will I do next? I will probably do a few more puzzles. And then, yeah, I'll just play a little bit every day to fill out my roster, and then I'll, like, do an update video later. This is probably never going to happen. Unless I see something that I am certain is never going away, I'm not doing that. Limited time shit is, like, the worst thing that can happen to a game, in my opinion. The absolute worst. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and do this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with these, like, 2 copies of all these free units. I'll think about it. I will think about it. Compile, what does that do? What? Divine codes to complete combat manuals? Right, maybe it'll just make sense once I look at it for a little bit, so... Huh. Well, at least they distinguish between limited time and normal, so I do not have any corresponding, like, papers to do anything here, but I have quite a lot that I can use here. Huh. And I think these are used just to acquire skills? So for Leanne, for example, you can use that to get the flyer formation. Very handy mobility ability for, you know, flyer-focused teams. But you don't actually get a copy of the unit. This is just a copy of their skills. I think you can also use them for merging to empower, like, units that you summon. It's kind of nice that they're actually grouped according to their game for once. So these, I suppose the best use for these, for a player like myself, would be to get their weapons. And maybe... Well, actually, can I even do that? I feel like I need to test one of these. Who would be the best to tinker around with? I think a colorless would be ideal, but I don't have anything. Red tome? Anyone? No? Well, I know for a fact that Leaf's Lightbrand cannot be inherited by anyone, so don't need to worry about that. He might make for a good test case. So he's got Blazing Light, Steady Blow. This cannot be inherited. Drive Attack could be useful. Oh, jeez, I'm at a bit of a loss here. I don't know what to do with these. Well, I know I'm not going to be fooling around with any of these Legos units, because I'm, like, not going to get any. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get any armored units. So I guess just for the hell of it, let's see what happens when I do this with Leaf. Alright, I got the Leaf comment manual. What do I do with it? Alright, there's also Sacred Seals. That's just an extra skill that you can equip. You get a limited number of them that you can distribute among your heroes. That's going to be important to get. Change traits. I'm pretty sure you... Who am I kidding? I have no idea. Why is it 100? You buy them in increments of 100. Why not just one? This game gets under my skin sometimes with some of the design decisions that they do. So, yeah. Oh, you can do it! Oh, well, how about that? So even with these units that you get by default, oh my god, that's kind of a big deal. People for the longest time were lamenting how the 3 guys that you start with, you can't, like, specialize their stats to, you know, focus on one thing and then leave behind another. Oh, Alphonse doesn't even lose anything when I pick defense. Sorry, resistance as the bane. So maybe this is worth investing in the event that I just happen to get a few of those fruits. I don't know, that's not a guarantee. Interact with allies. Yeah, let me just take a moment here to review these and make sure I'm not missing anything important. So, skill inheritance. Let me see if this works. Yeah, I need to know how many things. Up to 4 skills. Okay. So, yeah, you gotta portion these out carefully if you want to get, like, 2 tiers of a weapon and then 3 tiers of a passive ability. Well, I'll think about it. Alright, that's that. So, what's with the plus here? Oh, that probably just designates what's a sub-menu and what isn't. Do I have any accessories? Probably not. Oh, yes I do. I got, you get a couple of them for free. Okay. Well, sure, why not? Like, these characters are kind of by default associated with the owl, so, alright, there you go. And I'll put the mask on Alphonse just because. Alright, well that's nice that you get a few by default. What does this mean? Ascend traits. Add to existing assets and flaws. Uh-huh. Okay, it doesn't work during the arena? Huh. Using it on a flaw trait will cancel out that flaw. Okay. If there's no flaw, then... I don't know. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I mean, I get one by default, which is kinda nice. Okay, that's just a straight stat booster then. Huh. Alright, well, since I get one by default, I'll think about using it. Special teams. I don't think I get to use those, since I'm excluding limited time events. Pair up. Oh yeah, this is a thing you can do. Oh, wait. Oh, right, it only works with the legendary heroes. That's bullshit. But ally support, that's a different thing. So yeah, these you can use to create an adjacency bonus. So I could use this between Alphonse and Sharina or Anna. I'm gonna be honest, I don't like Anna all that much as a unit, so I think I will focus on these two. And you get a little animation that plays. Oh my god, I can't believe that even Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn did more than this. It's something, I guess. At the very least, the passive bonus is nice. And then Summoner Support, that's just a flat bonus to, like, every stat given to a unit. What? Okay, back in my day, this was only possible with one unit at a time. And, you know, a lot of people pick their, you know, designated waifu unit. I'll go ahead and put Matthew in there. I'm sure this will make at least a few people out there happy. Hey, what can I say? I didn't like Matthew all that much in this game, but as I said before, I used him a lot in, shoot, what's it called? The GBA game. Do they call it Blazing Blade nowadays? I forget. Catalog, let you see who you've seen. If you've just encountered them as an enemy, but you don't have them, they'll show up as a question mark. Hero merit list. That's not worth paying attention to. It's just a way to farm feathers. The more you use a unit, the more feathers you'll get. Change a tire? I think that's a thing you can only do with the Fey Pass. Okay, this is new. Wait, you can customize your summoner? When did this get added? Okay. Well, I guess I should go ahead and muck about with... Wait, it didn't update my name. Hello? Hello? It's not working very well. There we go. I guess you can change what your name is displayed as to other people. Hey, wait a minute. Can you use this unit? Your summoner can use different weapon types? Wait. Is there actually a custom unit in this game now? Your summoner will be able to join in battles only within specific events. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, this is completely new to me. Well, let's see. You can have a face! You can have a fucking face! Holy Christ! That's insane! It shouldn't be, but I'm gonna go ahead and describe it as insane. Also, what the hell is with these options? You don't get to change the hair color or anything? You can just, you can look like a shonen protagonist, you can look like Xander, you can look a little bit like Bruno. I don't even know what the hell this is. That is a stanky face. Kind of reminds me of Chie a little bit. Huh. Yeah, what's with the... Like, they're all plain hair colors until you get to the very end, and all of a sudden, ooh, green, ooh, purple. Well, I'll just stick with the default. Copy skills, what does that do? Huh. This is wild to me. So I guess this is based off of the skills that you just have access to, like every skill that you've seen in the game so far, including the manuals that you have. Like that's what you can pick from? I guess so. Wow, huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Huh. I mean, I'm probably not going to use any of these, but, this might be good for a laugh. Okay, yeah, this is a wild thing to discover at the last minute. What? Why? Also, why does it have a little icon on it? Does that mean that it's exclusive to the summoner? Why? Why are some things exclusive to the summoner? I don't understand. I do not understand. Sure, I'll try entering a good message. My warning to anyone who's interested in playing this game. Alright. Anything else I can do? Manage barracks. Exchange manuals. Create combat manuals. Right. If you run out of barracks room, you can just turn a hero into a manual to use later. Move to reserves. What does that mean? Don't know what that's about. Heroic Grails. Don't have any of those. Oh, right! Right! This is a pick and choose option! I forgot about this. Also, wow, I had no idea you were in the game. Sorry, that I'm flabbergasted. That's one of the most unexpected characters I've seen in this game so far. So this is where a lot of... Wow, you made it in?! That one thief guy from Thracia 776. How long was I away? Hey, Leo... Well, swimsuit Leonie, but whatever. Oh. Maybe I should invest in you, but that... Spoiler territory for people who have not played Sacred Stones. What happened to you? Why is he like a child? I'm so... What are you? Who are you people? Well, I know who you are. Solon. I thought he was a pretty cool antagonist in Three Houses. Wow, this expands my options quite a lot. Probably not going to go for any of these, because you can just get these through the Grand Hero battles. So where does that leave me? Probably right about with you? Well, I don't know. How are these? Okay, they're sorted by newest, so... date added might be... No. What's the difference between the date that they were added and when they're newest? So by added, you mean oldest. Okay. Also, Bertram came in. Instant sword. What the hell is that? Foe cannot make a follow-up attack? That seems pretty fucking good. Huh. Okay, I might be interested in a Bertram. Another really unexpected character, and hey, it looks like they updated the design on his helmet, too. Wow, imagine giving players a bit of choice. The absolute madmen. Oh, I don't even know where to begin here. I just... Okay, so I wasn't imagining things. They did actually put children in this game. I don't want any children on my team. Hey, but Gangrel's here. I might want to add him to my ranks. He was fun. Oh, jeez. Now I'm suffering from, like, a paralysis of choice. Like, I don't know who to go with. Oh, Petrine! I was so glad when I heard that they added her in, but I think she's also a Grand Hero Battle unit. Nemesis! Here I am getting all excited. Like, like it's my first time playing this game. Ugh! And yet I know that this is, like, the intended effect, and I'm just, like, being a big sucker right now. But the difference is that you don't have to pay for these. That being said, I don't actually know how many Grails you can get throughout a game. Also, 20 summons left. Oh wait, that just means copies. Right. You can summon multiple copies of these units, but only a limited amount of them, which limits what you can do with them. But fuck it, this was such a good addition to the game. There's so much potential now. This playthrough just got a lot more interesting. Also, I've been seeing you in the corner. What are you trying to tell me, Sharina? Oh. Learn along with step-by-step video tutorials. So yeah, between the manuals and the heroic grails, like, there's suddenly a lot more flexibility with what you can do here. They put you in? And he's just got a smoke dagger. I got Matthew for that. How dare you try and steal his niche? Okay, well, thank God there's actually something to look forward to here. I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up for now, and I'll do another, like, video session of this later. Yeah, I guess you'll be seeing me play this again. I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with this video, though. Will I just live stream it as a pre-recorded thing on Twitch? Will I upload it to YouTube? Who knows? But whatever it is, I'll do it again in the future. For now, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I guess have a good night, or day, whenever it is that you watch this archive. I'm gonna go ahead and close out of Discord here. I'm not sure how well the live stream session went, but I didn't have anyone join, so doesn't matter. Okay, let's just wrap it up before I go on rambling for any longer. Holy shit, what was that? Alright, bye. I'm gonna investigate what it was that just fell.